Well, let me say not a right to choose the parent they want to go with per se, but they have a right to have their views heard by the courts, because in every matter, like the main principle is that every matter relating or concerning to children, then the best interest of the child should be paramount. And one of the considerations is being able to hear the ascertainable views of the child. So you find that in most of these cases, where a child is a child that can actually express themselves, the court will actually interview those children. And part of the questions they are asked is which of the two parents they would like to stay with. And they express themselves. So yes, they have a right to be heard, and they are heard. Yes, and when they say, of course, the courts have held that those opinions are actually not the main determinant of where the child will go, because the choice of the child sometimes may not be in their best interest. So at the end of the day, the court will consider the best interest of the child, but yes, the views of the child will be considered.
All right. Now, Wakili Wanderi, what factors do you typically consider when determining custody arrangements?
Now, one of the main things that is considered is whether the child will be in a safe home. You know, when we are talking about the interests of the children, one of the major concerns by the court is the safety of the children. Apart from safety, then we have the ability for support. Then the other thing, remember that some children are school-going children. So you cannot place children in obvious difficulty because of considering the interests of one parent. So sometimes we have had situations where one parent is considered to, or is given what is called loco parentis. That is the parent who is nearest to the facilities like a hospital, school, where the children go. So that parent enjoys what you call loco parentis. That does not mean that the other parent is defranchised. But then you see what my colleague Caro and I are insisting. The primary issue is always the best interests of the child. Where they go to school, sometimes it's about their religion, where, for example, they can go and worship. Two, where they go to school, where they can get medical facilities. If, for example, you could even have a child with a congenital problem, was born with a problem, you would not expect a court to take that child, for example, if one party was working for the UN in Garissa or Lodwar. Now, you see the issue here. So the issue will be that the child will be where they can be the best taken care of.